Okay, my next project is going to be restoring this old Hasek fan. It is a Kisco company incorporated from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm guessing it is from about the 1940 something to 1950 something. I know that my mom had this fan at one time, so it's pretty old. So I've got a wire to rewire the cord, because the cord that's on it's pretty flimsy and the plug has seen better days, so I'm going to rewire that and then paint it in like a hammered bronze finish. So I've got the Buffy wheel for my drill, so that's what I'm going to use to clean that up. I'm first probably going to take it all apart. So anyway, wish me luck. And as you can tell, it's pretty rusted on top. Okay, I've sanded this bottom section off, so I'm gonna, this is the underneath dome part. So I'm gonna try this first and see how this turns out. This is a paint and primer all in one, and I did get this specifically in case there was some rust places, and there's a few on the top that I couldn't get completely pulled out. And I did switch to a different grade of a buffer. This is a little lighter grade to try to sand out if I might have left any marks on there. So let's see what this looks like. But you can definitely tell there it's got that hammered look to it. It's not quite the color that it is on the can though. So hopefully with the next coat or whatever, it'll get a little bit more of a, like a bronze look to it. Okay, I'm going to take the legs the rest of the way off. And now our legs are off. Take the motor loose now. And it has lock washer and nut as well. Control off of here. Now this knob is held on with a straight edge. And let me get a small screwdriver. Okay, I put the knob back on the control box and I have plugged it in. And I'm very carefully out of the way of the blades, holding that in the bottom of the shaft is down in one of the grooves on this table, so. There we go. Works just fine. And it does have a pretty good spin down time, so I do know that the bearings and stuff in there are still good. And it's still spinning. So you know and stuff that when it takes this long to spin down, that motor is still good and free, so. Alright, and I will unplug that just to be safe. Okay, today I'm going to work on this part. This is a part that I sprayed last night. Hopefully you can kind of see the hammered finish on that. And there's the underneath of it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this part up now. Okay, I'm going to try to get this fan off of here, but the 6-screw Allen wrench is really locked on there. I'm going to go ahead and take these brackets off too. There we go. Just need some with a little more leverage. It's a good thing I worked on these for 11 years. There we go. So I think for now we can set this off to the side. Down here. Okay. Taking some steel wool bit so I can get down in there. I did go ahead and give the legs and this a second coat. I did go ahead and get some paint thinner, so I can go ahead and clean this up and go ahead and paint that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts out of this, and then I'll disassemble this, and then we'll clean it up and spray paint it. And I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and I'll get my Dremel tool and clean these up. It's pretty dirty. Alright, I'll set this one off to the side and work on this other one first. And so get a paper towel and some paint thinner. Got a little 220 grit sandpaper here. Wipe it down once more with the rag that's got the paint thinner on it. It's actually acetone. And I'm going to plug these holes up with just a piece of, if I can get it in there maybe. It's just weed eater string. Just to keep from getting any paint in there. also need something down inside the bearing so I don't get any overspray in that. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to need 2 coats on that. I think 1 is plenty. And it looks black, but it's actually like a brown color with metallic in it. Okay, let's try this. I think that's probably going to be good. So I'm going to let that dry real good. And then we'll be back and we'll put this thing back together. Alright, so now we're going to put our motor back together. Okay, and I just got these 2 screws up through here to hold that. And down the bottom of this is 2 tiny little things. I don't know, they almost look like pressed cardboard or something. But that goes in the end of that to hold that stator up off the end of that bolt, or that rotor up off the end of the bolt. So now we want to put these back in. try to line them up as best I can. And I don't want to tighten these real tight because I'll probably have to adjust it inside that fan. Okay. So I think while this is running, I want to go ahead and put some oil on there. 3-in-1. fasten these down. Okay. Alright. I did put a towel down on here so this does not get scratched as I'm working on it. And so now we need to put the shroud or the fan back on here. There is a flat side on this shaft, and that's where the set screw needs to be. I'll have to get that T-handle thing. So let's try this again, make sure everything's working. Make sure our fan is not wonky-fied. And everything out of the way. Fingers back. There we go. And that's on high. And that's medium. And that's low. Off. Okay. So now let's get our cage or shroud or whatever you want to call it up here and install this bad boy. Try to make sure my arms out here are straight, and then my Okay, let me go get a little screwdriver so I can fasten this knob back on. Okay. Okay, now put the 2 oil plugs back. And I do not believe that this is the original motor that came with this. It should have been a Redmond, and it's not a Redmond motor, so. Alright, let's see how it works. We're still plugged in. Alright. Neat thing about these and stuff is with that top of that being cone shaped, it forces the air out really well. So all of our speeds are working. Low's really pretty low. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten those bolts up a little bit, and then I think we'll call this done.